Hi, parents of teenagers at Cedarhome Youth Ministry. This is Dan Halleck, the youth pastor at Cedarhome Baptist Church. And thanks so much just for giving me a few minutes of your time here. I want to just tell you I'm really excited about this fall, and we have a lot of great things going on for teenagers. I hope that your teens can plug into that, and that we as a ministry can just come alongside you and help you as you raise your teenagers in the Lord. And the main thing I want to tell you about right now is our fall theme, which is Don't Waste Your Life. And Don't Waste Your Life, that theme, we're going to be talking about that September, October, November, and December through a series of 11 talks on Thursday nights. Your kids are going to be hearing a lot about it, and so I thought it was important for me to tell you a little bit about it too. Basically, the idea is this. If we're serious about following Jesus, then we need to ask the question, what does it mean for me to glorify Jesus in every aspect of our life? And in order to do that, we have to ask a couple questions. We ask, what has God given me in my life? Not just physical things, but what has God given me in relationships and my time and my energy? And then the second question is this, how am I using those things that God has given me in order to make Jesus look great? How am I glorifying God with the resources that He has given me? This fall, in addition to the talks I'm going to be giving on Thursday nights, we have a huge, important supplement to the series, which I want you to be a part of, parents. This is a great opportunity to have some great spiritual discussions with your kids. And this is what will guide you. This is the Don't Waste Your Life study guide. I want every teenager in the youth group to have a copy of this. I want every parent in the youth ministry to have a copy of this. You can either get a hard copy at youth group just like this, or I'll also be sending out PDF files through the email, so you'll have the whole thing on your computer as well. Let me go through this real quick and explain it to you. Basically, this packet includes 11 different worksheets which go along with each of the 11 talks I'm going to give on Thursday nights. And the teenagers should fill out, complete each worksheet during the week after I give a talk on a certain topic. First of all, let's go through the introduction of this. I want you to just see, when you get a chance, please read through. It explains in the introduction what is Don't Waste Your Life all about. It talks more about the idea of glorifying God with all our gifts and everything He has given us. So please read this. This is really important. And then there's a section called How to Use This Study Guide. And this is basically an instruction for you parents on how best to take advantage of this study guide. Then there's a section called How to Have a Devotional Time with God, which is an important component of this whole series. And the idea is to try to get parents and their teenagers reading small chunks of the Bible together 5 days of the week. You don't have to read the Bible together 5 days of the week, but hopefully reading individually the same verses during 5 days of the week, and then coming together at one time during the week to talk about what God has taught you through this study guide, through that week's material. This is an example of one of the worksheets. Okay, this is the first week worksheet, Don't Waste Your Life, week 1. There are 4 parts to each worksheet. The first part is this, an introduction to that week's topic. It just lays out what we're talking about at youth group. That'll give you parents an idea of where we're going, and also a reminder for teenagers who might have been sleeping during my talk. Okay? And the next section of the worksheet is this, Bible verses for your quiet times. These are the 5 verses I was talking about. My goal is, whether you are a parent who is not a committed Christian but is maybe seeking Jesus or is interested in learning more about Jesus, these are 5 verses that you can look through, that you can find out more of what Jesus is all about. I encourage you to do that. Or if you're on the other side of the spectrum where you're really committed to Jesus, this is great for you too. And I hope that you take time to read what Jesus had to say so that you can know what His desires are for your life. Okay? And then the next section is this. It's called It's All His Activity. And basically, each week the teenagers are going to be given a short assignment to look at how has God given me this certain resource And then how am I using it? And so, for instance, the second week we'll be talking about money. Teenagers will be encouraged to take an inventory of how much money do I have, how much money do I go through in a given week, and then how am I using that money to best show the world that I love Jesus Christ. Okay? And then finally, the fourth part of the study guide is this: questions for reflection and discussion. My goal is that each one of us as individuals will go through these. Parents, I really encourage you to buy a notebook or a journal for your kids so that they can write down some of the answers to these. Get one for yourself too, so you can write down your thoughts. But then at one time during the week, maybe a specified time, maybe you say Monday nights during dinner, we're going to just go over some of these questions that Dan wanted us to look through and just talk about them. And these questions are just a launching off point. Hopefully you can have some spiritual discussions with your kids. And so anyways, that's the basic idea of the worksheets. It's pretty simple. I would say that the quiet times, the devotional times, probably take 10 to 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And then also the worksheet maybe takes 20 minutes a week. And so I think it's a very worthy investment of your time and of your kids' time. And I don't get to see your kids every day. I see them maybe 4 times a month. My goal is that you parents would keep them accountable to this study guide, that you would grow together, and that you would just take a look at your life and say, how am I using all these things that God has given me, my passions, my desires, my gifts, my money, my time. How am I using all these things to show that I love Jesus, and how am I making an eternal difference with these things? So I'm happy to talk with you parents about any questions you might have related to this series. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be potentially the most powerful series we've ever done at Youth Group, and this is a very important part of it. So keep your eye out. I'll be sending an email this week with all the information, including this packet, and we'll have these packets available at Youth Group as well. And I just hope it's a great semester for you and your kids, and that together we can help your teenagers know Jesus, and that you too would just really grow and mature in your walk with the Lord. Thanks for giving me some of your time, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks.